Welcome to Half Hour Rap Song. I'm Brendan Long, a Grammy-nominated hip-hop producer and television composer, and I moonlight as an EDM DJ.
And I'm James Kirkland. I'm an improv comedian, a Super Bowl commercial actor, and a basketball mystery novelist.
Together we meet weekly for a conversation about random things. Following this conversation, we will have 30 minutes to create, record, and perform a brand new rap song about the things that we just talked about.
You're listening to Half Hour Rap Song.
Half Hour Rap Song, we're back.
We're so fucking back.
Yeah. James, just taking a hit of our weak clarinet. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
That flute on that episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Remind me of that episode again?
It's where Jean-Luc Picard, he gets... Captain Picard.
Mm-hmm.
He gets this flute. You can put it on your headphones. He gets this flute, and you don't have to put it on your headphones. He gets this flute.
Mm-hmm.
And this flute, let me think, the episode, it's because he gets transported into this alternate dimension place, and he lives an entire life.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And in like France?
Yeah.
Is he like a farm in France or something?
That's another one. But this one, it's like he's just the mayor or something of this small little town, and he has a wife and a kid.
Yeah.
And he loves to play this little flute thing.
Yeah.
And he just like do 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 do. It's a little ocarina thing. And then
that's right, because then he goes his whole life, and then he turns out it was like a simulation based on like a planet consciousness.
They were like, we want you to know what our life was like,
so you don't destroy us.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they just kidnapped him.
Yeah.
And they made him live like an entire lifetime. I mean, he died.
Yeah.
And then after he died, he just woke back up
on the Enterprise.
Yeah. But guess what? He had the little flute.
Yeah. Yeah. And he could still crush it. And he would still get emotional. He remembered the whole thing.
That's kind of like that's like what like DMT is like, right? If you were to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some have said that is what it's like.
Some have said.
Some say that time slows down to an incredible degree, and what in reality is like 5 minutes feels like a lifetime. Yeah.
Right.
In the DMT space.
In the DMT space.
Uh-huh.
So the alien on that show, it just probably came up and just dosed the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is like, whoa, bro. But they were from an extinct civilization. And so they were like, the last thing that we're going to do, we're going to get...
They're like, remember us.
Like, we're about to die. Let's get all of the DMT we can and put it in this probe.
Yeah.
And we're going to launch it
into
space.
Hopefully it finds a spaceship.
Yeah.
And whoever's in charge is going to have one heck of a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved how on Star Trek, like, do you ever think about, like, it's just all the other aliens are just kind of like people, but they've got, like, a different nose?
Yeah, or a different color, like blue or green.
What if that really happened? Like, if that was it? Like, would you be disappointed, or would you be like, whoa? I mean,
that's what aliens are.
At first, you'd be like, whoa, that's legit an alien.
Yeah.
But then you'd be like, that's
it. We just all have 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, like very humanoid.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, then who knows how many aliens are walking around right now on Earth?
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Just be...
I just never found that...
You would never know.
Who cares? I just don't find that idea interesting.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You don't care if aliens are literally amongst us right now walking
What are they
around
doing?
chilling?
Are they doing anything interesting? Are they boring like the rest of us?
Maybe they're just having a tourist... Maybe it's like a tourist thing for aliens.
Yeah, I definitely don't care about that. That's fine. They can do that. I don't even know about it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, do you care?
No.
Like, what's a great big mystery? Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way I do about like regular tourists.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I just feel like an alien doing that is just kind of like Leo DiCaprio when he wears a baseball cap everywhere. They're like,
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be
recognized.
Leo DiCaprio,
right.
But yeah, he's just kind of low key.
But it's just like a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the more interesting thing would be like, why the hell do they look just like us? Except for that, like a weird little.
Maybe
nose.
that's just the way the universe does it. Like, we don't know. We've never met an alien species, right? So we think they must be so crazy different than us. But what if different solar systems just have just Earths.
And it's exactly the same.
And
Except
it's
for
just, but like things are different. Like
Yeah.
small things are different. And they probably had different, slightly different political parties or different presidents or whatever. But like mostly it's just or different time periods. Like they're all in the Roman Empire or something like that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And usually in Star Trek, they're just like, it's exactly like us, except for one slight thing is slightly different that can become like a teachable moment or say something about our own society.
Yeah.
Like it, but everyone basically agrees that like all across the universe, it's basically the same kind of like capitalist, like whatever. We're doing some farm. Like,
But it's not capitalist. It's actually communist. More like because they're like always in Star Trek land. There's no money.
That's true.
There's no money.
Well, you get paid to be a Star Trek guy, don't you?
There's no money in that society. That's the whole thing with Star Trek Society. Like, there's no money. Like, we got rid of money. Oh, you still remember? Like, they're still operating on currency.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, whoa.
They passed
wow.
currency.
Yeah, because they have the replicators, so it's like don't need money for food. But
How
really...
did they pass currency and not pass rigid militaristic hierarchy?
I don't know.
They're just like, people have different jobs and various responsibilities, but money is not real, so it's just like someone has a harder job, just get stuck with it, and you're just like, whatever.
Yeah, and why would you even want to rise to the ranks if you have no fiduciary
I don't
reward?
fucking know. I'm not doing shit in Star Trek. I have a holodeck, and I have this thing that makes me any food that I want.
Yeah.
The replicator.
Yeah. Oh, great, hot.
You have synthol.
Oh, that's the alcohol that they can just shake off the effects and you don't have a hangover. Yeah.
It's kind of like the marijuana thing, like the vape pen.
Real life synthol would be we should definitely make that.
What does that do? It just makes you drunk just for a second?
It's just if you want to believe it, if you're like into it, it makes you drunk. Otherwise, you can just be like not drunk and then you're sober.
That's how it. Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. You could like shake off the effects whenever you wanted because you were on duty. It's like the bar is like it is a military spaceship here. It's it's a Federation spaceship. They're at war with the Romulans and the Klingons at all times, basically. I love the old Star Trek because they'd always find an excuse to go to some planet that has like the Old West for some reason.
Yeah.
Or a time machine that brought them to like the mobster area of the 30s.
That's right. Like time machines. But that was the holodeck though. That wasn't a time machine.
No. That was the original Star Trek. They didn't have holodeck on the original.
Oh, they just had time machine?
I think it was just either time or like this planet is strange. It's like the 1930s of Earth.
Right.
And then
was
it
like, another planet that was like
I don't remember why they were on 1930s. I think it was like that. It was like we went to your planet in the era 1929 and we've mimicked it or something like that.
Wow.
We came back and remember it was the height of civilization. So
1929.
1929, Chicago, the best time we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Or
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember the holodeck. They got away with a lot in the holodeck.
The holodeck's amazing. I just don't understand how you convince people to do anything after you've made the holodeck. They're like, okay, so there's a holodeck. You can basically realistically replicate any human experience or non-human experience that you can fucking think of.
Yeah.
And then you gotta go to work, but we're not gonna pay you. Because money's not real. So you're just going to work. Why? Like, why are you going to work instead of just going to the holodeck?
Because you're a good person in Star Trek land? I don't know.
But people aren't usually like that.
No, not generally. Something happened to humanity in between now and 2600 or whatever. Whenever Star Trek's supposed to be
2600.
Isn't that what it is?
That's a star date, something.
Yeah, it's star date, so it's confusing. But I thought it was supposed to be like 400 years from now.
Let's call it that. That's fine.
Yeah,
that seems like a long way. Yeah, something happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, something happened
where we all just decide like, hey, this like 1990s liberal version of the future is.
We're going with that.
That's what's up.
We're going with that.
We're going back to the Clinton era.
Yep.
Yeah.
Onesies,
I want to live. I feel like it's like the logical future of like the West Wing. Like if the West Wing, if it just took everything from the 90s and just kind of put it up, the color scheme of the Next Generation was fire though.
Oh yeah.
And they had maroon carpets everywhere.
Yeah. Well, the suits were maroon.
Would you put carpet on a spaceship?
Well, I think they had to just for the footfalls of the sound.
That'd be annoying.
I think in terms of the sound.
Clang,
clang, clang, clang, clang, clang, clang, clang.
And so, but they put gravity on the ship. That's quite a feat.
Yeah. That's explained away in a line, so we don't have to deal with it.
What it is?
Yeah. That's all you got to do. And we have a gravity machine.
Oh, the gravity machine.
You know, something to do with the warp core, I believe.
All
The
right.
dilithium crystals. Dilithium crystals also.
Crystals. That's what gets the spaceship around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Organite.
Again, but it's like, but why would you go to your job though? Because you have.
Someone's got to get the crystals.
Do you have
Someone's got to fuck up those Klingons are talking
Do you
shit.
have to put crystals back in your replicator? Like, is your replicator run on crystals?
Yeah.
Like, the power comes from somewhere. So the power comes. Okay, so how are they pass currency? The currency is just crystals.
Yeah, the crystal. Yeah.
The economy just works on crystals.
Yeah,
That's not past currency at all.
No, I mean that's kind of the whole thing with the war between the Klingons. It's like we are such a peaceful civilization. The Federation aspires to peace, but we are at permanent war with the Klingons, of course, and the Romulans.
Well, the Klingons are just.
But they're trying to get our crystals.
They're just way more in touch with things. They're just like they're not trying to like pretend they're not a militaristic species.
Yeah.
They're like, let me get this straight. You guys have all these gunships and military ranks and everything.
And you pretend you're peaceful.
Because why? Yeah, it doesn't seem to check out.
Yeah.
They're not. They blast shit all over.
We don't believe in money, but give us your crystals or we will blast you with photon torpedoes.
I want to live in that 90s liberal utopia, though. I feel like I was robbed of that future.
We were promised. There was a future we were promised.
That's right. They were like,
but I don't think they ever intended to deliver.
No.
It was just like a place we wanted. They just wanted you to come to like the Las Vegas Next Generation Hotel. Did you ever go there?
No. Have you
apparently,
been there?
No, but apparently there's a new Star Trek hotel.
What?
Where you live in Star Trek. Like it's fully Star Trek.
I know. Oh, in Vegas?
I think it's in Vegas or it's like part of the Disney or somewhere. It was like $1,000 a night, but you fully, it's like everything in Star Trek. All the people who work there are like blue, so you can tell they're alien.
Yeah.
And like, there's, it's Star Trek. You're in the ship.
Yeah, that sounds alright. It sounds like the Star Wars one.
Yeah, I think it is like the Star Wars one, basically.
Yeah. Oh no, someone's hammering outside.
Oh God.
Oh well, I guess we're just gonna have to rock with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that liberal future that I was robbed of, that I felt like this with the synthol, it sounded good. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it with this hammering.
We might just have to go into a quick rap song about Star Trek.
Quick rap song about Star Trek. I think that's what we should do.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
We're back.
Okay, we're double back.
No, seriously.
We're back again.
We're back.
We're back. We paused for a second because there was someone driving a railway spike outside a window.
That's right.
But now it's gone.
Now we're back.
John Henry has left the building. We're back.
On the holodeck.
We're back on the holodeck. Yes, where were we? Oh, yes, holodeck.
Holodeck. Why would anyone do any work after a holodeck invention?
Ain't no holodeck,
the biggest
girl.
Flaw in realistically believing Star Trek.
Yeah, because the society wouldn't be like a Star Trek utopia where everything is perfect and there's no money and we're just all interested in peace, love, and expanding civilization to the universe. It would be like Ready Player One, where people were just like addicted to this holodeck universe and they had to keep plugging themselves into it.
It's indistinguishable from reality.
Yeah, how would people not lose their minds there?
Yes, but
how do they know they're not on the holodeck?
Well, remember, there is always that thing, like in the Sherlock Holmes one.
In the Sherlock Holmes, you got really meta. Yeah, I kept going outside. And
yeah, so like they could kill you on the holodeck too. Like you could die, right? Like, because that one guy came out of the holodeck and it was like, whoa.
Yeah. Moriarty.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
it's just like it's really messed up. Like you could die.
He figured it out because they programmed him with the sliders. They went like max.
Yeah,
intelligence.
they went max on the sliders. Right,
that was a huge mistake.
They tried to kill him.
Yeah,
and then they were like, "Whoa, that was crazy. Let's just keep the holodeck, though."
Yeah,
like the holodeck is tight.
That was our fault for maxing out those sliders. It
wasn't just holodecks don't kill people.
Yeah,
people
Moriarty kills
maxing
people.
Out sliders on the holodeck controls.
I think they took out like the disc. Like we got him. Yeah. Nobody plugged this back in. Nobody plugged this back in. Nobody.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You won't ever see that holodeck guy that was trying to kill you again.
Yeah.
But yeah, the holodeck was cool. I think in the next one, but where do you go after that? Though, also just from a fictional narrative standpoint, like What is on the next?
You don't. That's why all the Star Treks have gone back in time.
Just
since
back
then.
in time.
They've been like, oh, what's happened between the original and Next Generation? And
That's
it's like
right.
all the Star Treks have been in there, or before the original, even with the movies. That was like the prequels.
The movies. I remember them. I saw part 4 in the theater. That's where they go back in time to save the whales.
Oh, the original movies. Yes. Incredible.
I don't remember why they were saving the whales.
Well, they had to because a satellite showed up in the future, and it just started destroying the Earth. And everyone's like, "What's going on? Why is it destroying the Earth?" And they were like, somehow they interpreted its signal as being that of the humpback whale.
Whoa!
So like, oh, it's looking for humpback whales, and like, well, they've been extinct for 200 years. What do we do? Well, there's one chance: slingshot around the sun. And you end up in the 80s, and you're in San Francisco, and you land.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's how you time travel. You slingshot. You got to slingshot the sun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I remember that one. Yeah, but the holodeck was in the Next Generation, and that's like the farthest out you get is the holodeck.
Yeah. After that, they're like, no more future.
Do you think virtual reality, is going to become that?
Yeah, I mean, it could. Like, that's the metaverse, kind of, right? That is.
No, a metaverse is a tokenized economy and a bad promise of a 3D environment. It's not made.
It's the scammy road that leads us to the holodeck. But we're not going to get there.
Is the holodeck? Could it be on a blockchain? The holodeck?
Yeah, I mean, but that wouldn't be what Gene's vision would be.
A blockchain? Tokenize the holodeck?
I don't think that's what Roddenberry would have wanted. But
well,
maybe
in the future, if you have the replicator machine, could you just replicate
money,
a currency, Bitcoin?
Yeah, I think that's probably why they got rid of money.
That's why they got rid of money.
Yeah,
they're past currency. That's right.
Yeah.
How do they pay for shit?
I don't
think they're past currency. I think they have credits. I think they've turned it into credits.
I know the Ferengi are traders, and they're always interested in credits.
No, Latinum press bar. Latinum.
I will do it for some Latinum press bars.
Latinum press bars.
Yeah.
That's right. It's just, and that you use that to make the crystals. So they're really just their economy is just based on crystals, minerals.
Which ours is gold.
That's true.
Yeah,
oil.
and then Bitcoin's digital gold, oil.
Yeah.
Sand, water.
Could you make that stuff in the holodeck and then use it? Like, could you make a dilithium crystal and just like, why wouldn't you just, or have the holodeck be in the engine room and just
That's a great question.
Make the shit and throw it?
Why wouldn't you be able to? If you can make food that you actually can eat and it's good for you, why wouldn't you make dilithium crystals?
Yeah, I think that really the person that came up with the holodeck just threw the whole show out. It's like, I don't know what the whole like.
Was the holodeck and the food generator supposed to be the same technology? Was it supposed to be the same thing?
Yeah, it was just like the future. Like, we don't need money anymore. Fuck this. Like, they're probably the only people in the future that are doing anything. The people that are on that ship, because everybody else doesn't give a shit anymore. Because the holodeck and the thing that makes food.
Yeah,
it'll make any food.
Right.
And synthol, you can just drink
all day long and just shake it off.
The only problem with that isn't the effect of alcohol kind of that it impairs your judgment, right?
Right, yeah.
So then
how would you be able to shake it off if you were so on Syntanol?
Yeah.
That you're like, I forgot how to shake it off. That is a great question.
It never happens, though.
That's a loophole right there, Star Trek. We got you.
Star Trek alcohol.
Got you. Calling you out.
Loophole. But it was always synthol, right? Was it synthol? But not always synthol.
No.
No, I think they only drink synthol when they're like working.
Because there's the Romulan ale.
Yeah. That's real shit.
That's the Romulan ale.
Yeah, that's real shit. Yeah. That'll get you fucked up.
Yeah, that's like, whew.
Synthol, you just need to knock a few back before you like go back to the bridge or something. Like you have a 5-minute break.
That was literally, the Romulan ale was only, that's when you just get hammered and you're like 5 minutes.
You shake it off.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Take some shots, you know?
It seems not healthy.
If you take a shot in the holodeck, though, is that real shit or is that synthol?
That's a good question.
What if you drink the Romulan
ale
on the holodeck? Do you get drunk?
Yeah.
I've seen Riker drunk on that holodeck.
Oh yeah. That would be number one place to do.
That is number one thing that you do. They probably sell real alcohol in the holodeck.
But for no money, because there's no money.
But there's money in the holodeck.
So just
you gotta buy shit at the holodeck stores. But you could just beam money in your pocket?
Yeah.
I guess.
Also, it's never rented out. I always feel like there
Never.
would be way more
Nobody ever
lives.
wants to use it. Well, it can kill you.
Yes. You're taking a chance.
And you are always taking a chance that like
Yeah.
an evil clone of you might come back and kill you.
Yeah, you are roll the dice a bit.
Even still, though, that shit should be packed.
Yeah.
Like that's not that risky. I could defeat an evil
Sauna
clone
at
of
my
me.
gym. I had to sign up at online. You can just roll up in the future and just be like, "Thank you."
I'll use the holodeck.
It was always implied there was just one.
Do you think you could defeat your evil clone?
No,
No.
because there's by necessity it's more evil than me. So what? How could I defeat it? It would fight dirtier. It would do all the things that I wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, but it's basically capped with your limited range of abilities and
That's
intellect.
true. That's good. That's a positive. That's a plus for me, actually.
That's a plus for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't have that much abilities or intellect, so I could probably take him out just by striking fast.
I think I'd be fairly safe. I think like a more evil version of me.
Yeah.
He would get started and he'd get a really good plan going.
Yeah.
But then something else. Like
Yeah.
he's kind of motivationally challenged.
Forget about it. Yeah.
We just would never happen. We would see each other on the street and he'd be like, I was gonna kill that guy.
Had a whole plot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the holodeck is fine for me.
Yeah. I mean, also, don't program your evil self. Like, have fun in there.
Yeah.
Why would you always be? I mean, Worf, we'd use it for training, obviously.
Yeah.
It's way funner than an actual gym.
The holodeck.
Yeah.
You're training in the holodeck.
Worf did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Worf would use it for training. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the only one who took it seriously.
Well, his training is just murdering people.
Yeah.
So he was just kind of doing his shit. Like
Yeah.
he probably was like jerking off in there too, like after he murdered some people.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. They have that war scream. Yeah.
That's nice that they have all that shit there for him. They're like, yeah, we got to have like the war porn Klingon thing just for this one guy.
Yeah.
He's the only Klingon in the whole ship.
Well, he's the high-ranking officer.
Yeah. I think they made it for him. Do you have to make shit, or does the holodeck just make shit for you by itself?
It's on you. You
And, like,
control the sliders.
In the next series, Voyager, they all had like a crew barbecue on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Who's your favorite captain?
My favorite captain?
Yeah.
Well, it would be like Jean-Luc Picard, but
Yeah.
I watched the new show and it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Even the new season of the new show?
I'm not gonna go back for that. I
Okay.
can't do it.
I know it was rough. It was rough, that first one, but I heard it got better, but I haven't seen it. I too have not been able to force myself.
I want to go on a holodeck and just like project a reality where that show doesn't exist anymore. And
Where the new Picard show doesn't exist?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just take that out.
But it's supposed to be all the gangs all reunited.
No, Riker's not in it.
Riker's in the new season.
He is?
Yeah.
All right, I'm back on board.
Yeah.
I'm back on board.
Yeah, Riker's the boy is there with the trombone.
Do you know about Riker's back problems?
No.
Yeah, he had horrible back problems. You know how he's always like slouched over?
Yeah.
And he would like
I thought it was just like his swag.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
No. Horrible back pain.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he it's really funny to watch. I mean, it's kind of horrible to watch it knowing that cuz you're like, wow, this guy's always in great physical pain. But it makes sense like
It's not true. It never happened.
no, yeah.
Not factual. Have you seen that that clip online where Jonathan Frakes hold that like Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Yes. I've seen
Yeah.
a million of those. Those are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riker's the best thing about Star Trek. But
I'm not going to argue with Data. Also, I mean, they would have lost every mission if it wasn't Data. Data's the entire Deus Ex Machina. He's literally the ghost in the machine that saves the day in every single episode.
they're all just trying to sell me some mobile game nowadays, though. Like I don't, it's not special anymore. It's
Yeah.
like man, like ruined everything. Like they're gonna ruin Star Trek and Star Wars. They're just gonna throw it in your face over and over and over again with mobile games.
Oh, I know. And there's those cartoons.
NFTs.
There's cartoon Star Trek too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that's all right.
Lower Decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it's okay too, but I haven't seen.
Well, anyway, I think we got a rap song in there. Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Kirk.
Um,
We didn't talk about him. Double hand punching.
Captain Kirk. I hate Captain. You know what? I'm mad about Captain Kirk.
Why are you mad about
I
Captain
just
Kirk?
like he went on the Amazon flight, like with Bezos.
Oh, the real Shatner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he is Captain Kirk. Like that's
Yeah.
it's just him.
Yeah. He really went to space,
Like,
dude.
what did he think that was gonna get him? Like, and he was like, I need to give a speech about this. He's like,
Yeah.
it's just so amazing. I'm like, that's great, dude. Like, who?
It would have been better instead of giving a speech if he just like brought some alien and then he double hand punches the alien and then there's some other like blue babe and he like kisses the blue babe. And
That would have been better.
That space. Baby.
Yeah. No, but he was like, oh, this is so meaningful for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's
He's
like-
he's in the 90s.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just like they're both kind of like,
Let him have space.
it's kind of done, huh? Like Star Trek, it's kind of done.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like,
It feels like it's been like that's the danger when these giant corporations realize they have valuable IP.
Yeah.
Is they'll just dilute it. It's literally like inflation of IP, where you're just like you've diluted the intellectual property now so much. There's so much Star Trek out there that I don't care about Star Trek anymore.
yeah.
Like you've overdone it. You ruined it.
It's like the holodeck.
It's like the holodeck.
It just spoils everything after it.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
All right. Catch us in the holodeck.
Let's do it.
Get ready. And now,
The rap song that we made.
about the stuff we just talked about.
Holodeck! You can catch me on the holodeck, baby. I'm your evil twin, like Moriarty. I've come from a liberal future. We're way past currency on the holodeck, baby. Yeah.
Stardate 14321. Today I went to Holodeck to have me some fun. Got me a sword, fighting giant spiders. Turned it up 99 on the sliders. Turned down the 1930 street to my surprise. Who did I meet? There was a guy, stood 6'4", 6'5". Had a cool beard, sharp look in his eye. Interesting. Looking in the mirror at a really handsome guy. Sup, motherfucker? Sup, motherfucker? I said right back. He said to me, let's have some slack. I'm a guy, now let's begin. Bitch, I'm your evil twin. What? Correct. Now I gotta fight this man. You do. Let's fight. Here is my plan. He has my weaknesses. What? So I lay a really clever trap. I make him do a half-hour rap. Oh, I'd love to do that. He doesn't top. He needs it now. I need a beat. Then evil Brendan was there, huh?
Evil Brandon, I'm back here to tell you about how things be going down on the holodeck. You could get caught out there on the holodeck.